Hey everyone, I'm Zach Mettler with the Daily Citizen, and I'm here with Greg Burt, who's the Vice President of the California Family Council. Is that right?
That's right.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being with me today.
Sure.
Greg, tell us a little bit about California Family Council and the work that you guys do.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the watchdog at the Capitol itself, advocating for biblical values. And that means standing against a lot of bad bills when they're introduced, making sure the public knows about them, get them to do something, to stand up, to speak out. And then when they're good bills that are introduced, we praise those as well. And we actually introduced a couple good bills from time to time. This last year we introduced 2 adoption bills. One of them died, but one of them's still alive. And so we're just promoting biblical values, something that people think, oh, that's not happening in California. Well, it is, and there's plenty of Christian legislators there. They're just in the minority, so we just provide them that kind of support.
Yeah, it's super crucial what you guys do.
Right.
California, to be honest, usually is the bad legislation, right? So what is what is some of the bad legislation this year that you guys are tracking?
Well, one of the biggest bills that we're really concerned about is a bill. It's AB 727, and this is a bill that is promoting something called the Trevor Project. Kids who struggle with their gender identity, who think they're trans, kids who think they identify or are identifying as LGBT, they have higher suicide rates. They're struggling, right? And so the legislature seems to knuckle down instead of providing them a way out, which is the Christian gospel does, encourages people to love their own bodies and encourages kids to follow sexual morality as dictated by the Bible, which actually leads to our healthiness. In California, they do the exact opposite. They're actually wanting to put on the back of every student ID a suicide hotline put together by the Trevor Project. Now, the Trevor Project is one of the biggest, most well-financed LGBT advocacy organization in the state. And so they want their hotline on the back of every student ID in public school from 7th grade all the way through college.
Okay.
And so we have done some research on this particular organization. They obviously encourage kids to identify based on their feelings, their sexual feelings. That's who they really are. Or if they want their feelings determine whether they're a male or a female or something in between. So they're affirming kids in that, but they're also pointing kids to something called the Trevor Space.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Trevor Space is a community, online community for 13 to 24-year-olds. So really they're taking these vulnerable teens and they want to link them up with mentors who will help them explore what sexuality they have, what gender they have. And so you go on this website and you can have immediate access to adults who will guide you in whether you're, you're attracted to multiple genders. They have a place where you can find new family members, the Chosen Family Club, where you can find new parents and new siblings who will affirm your chosen gender or sexual identity. And so it's super dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like a grooming site. It doesn't verify age. Actually, a bunch of us actually got on the website, pretended to be 13-year-olds, and found out that there's no age verification, and we had immediate access to any youth. We could send them pictures, videos. This is like the worst thing you'd ever want to do is send 13-year-olds to a website where they can meet adults that are unknown.
Yeah, and that would all be accessed through the information provided on these ID cards. Is that right?
Right. The ID card will send you to a counselor, which I did. I pretended to be a gender-confused kid. I texted and just asked for help, and they referred me to the Trevor Space. Told me how to get in there, tell me I would find friends, right, and mentors that would help me because I said I was feeling lonely. And so for the state to endorse this organization that has no government oversight, doesn't verify who these adults are, they're interacting with your own children, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. For parents who might be watching and want to either live in California or maybe don't live in California, what piece of advice would you give to them in terms of combating this law and kind of directing them to take action? Right.
Well, who is your representative? Do you know who your state assembly member is? Do you know who your state senator is? Because they're making this decision for you. That your first responsibility is to make sure they know about it, right? Make sure they know you are concerned about this website. There is already a suicide hotline on the back of all student IDs. This will be an additional one, right?
Wow.
So that's the first thing. But let your pastor know. Let your youth group leader know. And go on the website yourself. I was kind of skeptical. I heard all these. I thought they were exaggerated. Sometimes you hear things, you think, oh, this must be exaggerated. It can't be that bad. So I went on and went the website myself. And it was only when I saw firsthand the clubs and how easy it was that I became like, I've been writing tons of articles about this. If you want the details, you go to californiafamily.org. I've written about 6 different articles on it. The latest article we wrote is about, we have a sheriff, Riverside sheriff, who's come out against the bill because he had his own sheriff officers go onto the website. He said, this is a grooming site. We had another group, an organization that fights human trafficking, a former cop who rescues kids out of sex trafficking. He said, this is so vulnerable. He said almost immediately when he pretended to be a 13-year-old, somebody reached out to him and they wanted to take a conversation to another website he said the other website they wanted to go to was one he knows was traffics in sex trafficking and child pornography.
Wow.
So we're just trying to get the word out.
Yeah.
We're not exaggerating here. Mm-hmm. It's a really dangerous website. It's like sending your kids off, giving them the phone number to where to go to the closest red light district.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Terrific. So californiafamily.org, is that right?
That's right.
Awesome. Greg, thank you for your time. Appreciate your work. For the Daily Citizen, I'm Zach Mettler.